Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we are getting a new fish to go down here in the fish room. It is a fish I've wanted for a very long time. It's honestly one of the most beautiful freshwater fish you can get, in my opinion. We were talking about the electric blue acara. They're just so beautiful. They have these bright blue colors, which is honestly pretty rare for fish. You don't really see blue too often. Just stunning colors on these guys. I've wanted one for literally years now. And we are going to be getting one today to go in our 55-gallon, what will be an American cichlid tank after this video. Currently in there is my pair of angelfish, and they are actually going to be staying in here. In case you guys don't know, angelfish are actually American cichlids, so they are fully capable of living with other American cichlids like the one we're going to be putting in there today. And what we are going to be putting in there today is the electric blue acara, as I mentioned. But then also, in this 20-gallon tank right down here, I actually have an albino red Oscar, a Texas cichlid, and a redhead cichlid. They're actually all back there in that corner. I've been growing them out for a couple months now, and they are going to be joining our angelfish and electric blue acara in that 55-gallon up there. In this video, we're also going to be adding some more like plants and more structure to this 55-gallon tank. Just some more stuff that the cichlids can like hang out around, swim around. I wouldn't want them getting territorial with each other in this tank. And we'll actually do all that remodeling stuff when we get back from the store. All the pet stores close in about half an hour, so I do want to get going like right now. And yeah, I'm just super excited to see all these new cichlids together in the 55. So with that being said, we're going to head on over to the fish store, and I'll see you there. Alright guys, so I just got done inside of PetSmart. I actually went to two different stores before PetSmart that I would have rather gotten the fish from, but neither of those stores had it, and PetSmart was the only store that had what I was looking for, the electric blue acara. If I would have gotten this fish from either of those other two stores I looked at, I wouldn't have quarantined it, but whenever I get stuff from like PetSmart and Petco, I always like to quarantine it first. So that is what we are going to do. I'm going to head home, set up a little quarantine tank for this guy. We'll leave him in there for at least a few days, maybe up to a week, and then he'll be ready to go in the 55. You guys will still see it in this video, obviously, but that's what we're going to do, and I'll see you at home. Alrighty guys, so we made it back from the store. We have got our electric blue acara right here, and just look at the colors on that guy. You'll get a better look, obviously, once he's in his tank, but this guy is just so beautiful. And like I talked about in the car, we are going to be setting up a quarantine tank for this guy, just that he can stay in for a few days so we can make sure he's completely healthy. We obviously wouldn't want him spreading any diseases or anything to our other fish. So I just went ahead and put a 10-gallon tank right under the 125. I also already rinsed the whole thing down. So we're just gonna go right ahead and start filling up our quarantine tank. Alrighty guys, our quarantine tank is full, or at least at the level I want it to be at. I did leave a little bit of space from the top of the tank because there is a big opening in the lid back there, and I don't want our fish jumping out. But right here we've got our filter. This is a sponge filter. I already went ahead and rinsed it down, so I'm gonna get that all hooked up to our tubing, and we're gonna drop it on in the tank. And now let's plug that in, and there it goes. And now just a couple more things we need to do. First of all, add in our water conditioner, which takes the chlorine out of the water. Then right here I've got some beneficial bacteria starter, which will help start the cycle in this tank. And now that our quarantine tank is ready to go, we're going to grab our new electric blue acara. There he is. Yeah, there's a real good look at him. Just absolutely beautiful colors on this guy. So we are going to get him in there to start acclimating. And yeah, just look at that guy. Definitely going to be one of the most beautiful fish I own, and I am just super excited to have him. So we are going to give him a little bit of time to acclimate. Probably about 15-20 minutes he should be ready to go. So I will see you then. Alright guys, it has been about 25 minutes now, so our new fish is definitely ready to go in his tank. So we are going to grab him out of here, and we're going to dump him into this net, and now release him on into the tank. And there he goes. There he is right back there behind the filter. Wow, just look at those colors, dude. That is such a bright blue. It's crazy. He's gonna stick out so much even when he's with the other fish. Oh yeah, and I also did decide to throw in this little cave for him. He should be small enough. Yeah, he's definitely small enough to fit in there. But yeah, in case he wants to hide and like feel comfortable and secure, he can go in there. So now we're pretty much just gonna let him be. It's probably gonna take him a while to get comfortable in there. I may or may not like do an update when he starts eating and stuff. I might just wait until he's ready to go in the 55. So we're just gonna give him a few days, like 4 or 5 days, maybe up to a week. Just to quarantine, make sure he's completely healthy. I'll probably add in like aquarium salt or stress coat or something in there just to speed it up. So I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna pick up the camera next, but whenever it is, I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, it is now 5 days later, and first we're gonna go ahead and check in on our electric blue acara. There he is right back there. He's doing well in this quarantine tank. You can actually see a lot of leftover flakes on the bottom. He has been eating well the past few days, which is always a great sign, and he hasn't been showing any signs of any sickness or diseases or anything. So I am confident that this guy is 100% healthy and ready to go into his actual tank. And that is gonna be happening today. Again, he is going in the 55-gallon with the angelfish and our 3 other little cichlids in there. But before we put all of them into the the 55, I do want to add a few things to this tank. Just extra decorations. You can see right down here, I already rinsed these. We're going to be adding this house decoration just to give them some more structure to hide around. And then a bunch of plants, mainly just to make the tank look nicer. It looks super plain how it is right now, so I definitely want to spice that up. So we're going to get all these decorations in here, and then after that we can start getting the fish ready to go in here. Alrighty guys, so all those decorations are in, and I mean, just look at how much better that makes the tank look. I am just loving how that looks. But now it is time to move our cichlids into the 55-gallon tank, the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm super excited to see how all these fish interact. I'm hoping it all goes well. I'm sure it will. The only thing I'm a smidge concerned about is whether these cichlids will like pick on the angelfish, but I do have a place they can go if that does happen. But as I mentioned, this like theoretically should work out, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So we are going to get some water out of the cichlid tank down here, dump that on into the bucket, and now we're gonna go in and catch these cichlids. Got the Oscar right here. Into the bucket he goes. Got our redhead and got the Texas cichlid. So there are those three right there, but now I'm also going to scoop out our electric blue acara as well. Just put him in the bucket and we can acclimate all these guys to the 55 at the same time. So there they all are. And now to acclimate these guys to their new tank, I'm just gonna get a scoop of tank water, dump it into their bucket every couple minutes. Then here in like 15 minutes, they'll be ready to go. So I'm gonna get that all handled, and I'll see you when I'm all done. Alrighty guys, our fish have been acclimated. They are ready to go into their new tank. So we're just gonna start scooping them out of the bucket. Alright, first up we've got our Texas cichlid. There he goes. Right here we've got our redhead cichlid. And there he goes, down to the same spot. Next up we've got Ozzy, our albino red Oscar. And there he goes. Oh, he's gonna look awesome in here with that black sand. And then lastly, we've got the new guy, our electric blue acara. And there he goes. All right, so everyone is in. Let's go ahead and take a look. Down here we have our angelfish, our Oscar, our Texas cichlid, and our redhead tucked in the very back. And then over in this corner, we've got our other angelfish, and then also our electric blue acara. You can kind of see the top of him right back there. Oh, yep, there's a better look at him. Oh, his colors have already brightened up a little bit. He was super pale when we first dropped him in. And again, so far so good with the angelfish. No problems yet. And there's Ozzy eyeballing him with those big googly eyes. Oh, looks like Ozzy's also taking a big old poop. Breaking in the new tank properly. There we go. So we are going to give all these fish plenty of time to get used to the new tank, to get used to each other. Real quick, I'm actually going to turn off the light of the tank. I've heard that turning off the light actually makes it a lot less stressful for the fish going into a new tank. So we're going to leave that light off for at least a few hours. We're going to let them get all settled in, and then we'll come back down here, check in on them, maybe try and feed them, and just make sure everything's all good. And with that being said, I'll see you in a few hours. Alrighty guys, so it has now been about 7 hours since we put the cichlids into the 55-gallon tank. And after about 5 hours, I actually turned the tank light back on, and for the past like 2 hours, I've been watching them on and off. And I gotta say, everything is going extremely well. All the fish are getting along perfectly. None of the cichlids are going after the angelfish or vice versa. You can see they're all getting a lot more comfortable in this tank. They're not just hiding along the bottom of the tank. They're starting to make their way up into the upper water column. They're all looking great as well. I just saw our electric blue acara. Yep, there he is, looking beautiful. All the others are as well. And about an hour ago, I actually did feed them off camera, and every single one of these fish ate. And I would feed them again for you guys right now, but if you take a look at their stomachs, I mean, they are full. Just look at the redhead there, as well as this angelfish. I mean, they are stuffed. So we are gonna wait until tomorrow to feed them again, but you guys will see that in this video. And yeah, I'm just stoked with how this tank is looking. Oh, there's our electric blue right back there. I'm sorry, I just love looking at this guy. I know I keep putting the camera on him, but he is just gorgeous. I already know he's gonna be one of your guys' favorites on the channel. But yeah, like I was saying, this tank is looking great. The fish are as well. There's our boy Ozzy the Oscar. I have a feeling now that he and all these other cichlids are in this bigger tank, they are really gonna start growing a lot faster now. I mean, you can already see how much size the redhead has put on. Oh, and then looks like our Texas cichlid found a home in our little house decoration. It's just chilling there on the porch. That's awesome. So we are gonna give them the rest of the night to get settled into the new tank, even though they already look pretty dang comfortable in there. But in this video, we will do one more update on them again tomorrow, and we'll also feed them. So with that being said, I will see you in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day, and let's just go right ahead and check in on our cichlids. As you can see, they are doing well, just doing their own thing. The main hangout has definitely been under this piece of driftwood. Got our redhead there, Ozzy the Oscar right there, Texas cichlid right there. Oh, going into his house again. That's where he's been hanging out. And then our electric blue acara right back there. And he's been hanging out like on his own for the most part. He kind of stays along the back of the tank like he is now. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe he's just antisocial or something, but he's not bothering anyone. No one else is bothering him. So all is well here in the the 55, but as promised, we are gonna do a little feeding. In this cup right here, we've got bloodworms and brine shrimp, so we're gonna dump that on in and watch everyone munch away. Angelfish are going in. There's Ozzy as well. Oh, we got the redhead and Texas cichlid getting in on the action. And our electric blue still over here on his own. Oh, looks like he got something there. And yeah, now he's going. Look at that. Our new electric blue acara munching away. Everyone else as well. Look at Ozzy go, man. That is an awesome fish right there. So that pretty much is going to wrap up this video. I am super excited about our new electric blue acara. Let me know what you guys think of them down in the comments, and also drop some names down there while you're at it. And more than anything, I'm just super happy that they're all getting along perfectly fine in the 55, and I can't wait to watch them grow up in there. Today's comment of the day goes out to, and if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.